Hey everybody, welcome back to the PGA show. Today's Thursday. It's our second day indoors.
Do we even know what day it is at this point?
I don't know. It all blurs together. So, but we're happy to be here.
Happy to be indoors.
Happy to be indoors in this cold weather. Luckily, it'll be a little bit nicer the rest of the week, I think.
Let's hope.
As it gets into the weekend. But we're going to kick off today with
returning guest.
A returning guest who was here last year. He's got some amazing kicks on.
I gotta say that. He does.
We'll talk about that. But first, we're going to show you a little intro. So first, let's show that intro and.
We have learned through millions of ball fittings that 85% of golfers would benefit by playing a golf ball optimized to their launch conditions. To help these golfers find their fit, we have developed a new E12 series with the optimal flight system. The E12 High Launch is a low compression ball that stays on the club face longer for high launch and longer carry. The E12 Straight is a soft golf ball that combines a side spin reducing mantle layer with a unique contact force dimple to reduce side spin and increase forgiveness. And the E12 Speed is a firmer compression ball that gets off the club face faster to produce a lower launching, more penetrating ball flight, and is great in windy conditions like we have here today at Orange County National. Drive the new E12 series. Fit your flight. Maximize your distance.
Perfect. Well, we'd like to welcome Adam in here from Bridgestone. He's been on our show before. He was here last year. He is a golf ball guru.
The golf ball guru.
The golf ball guru.
We were with him this week. We had a great event with Bridgestone, and we learned a lot about our favorite product, the Mindset Ball that they have.
On their B-line.
On their B-line, yeah. So we love. And this year, and we're going to get into the new E-line, E-Series of balls, but you guys have expanded the Mindset into the E-Series of golf balls. Can we talk about that? Why did we make the change and add that?
So Mindset was a huge success for us last year inside the Tour V-line. A lot of adaptation on tour. 4 players on tour are using it this year, some new adapters. But we did a lot of testing. We found that players picked up 3 strokes on their scores by adopting the Mindset process, and then that score those strokes got better as you got into a higher handicap. So it made perfect sense to add it to the E12 series. The E12 series is designed for the distance performance.
Yep.
We started looking at our ball fitting data. Everything we do from a golf ball perspective trickles down from ball fitting.
Yep.
So when we design these balls, we dive into the ball fitting from all the years previous. When we look at holes and what kind of golf ball specification matches up for the performance they need. We found that 85% of golfers don't have optimized launch conditions. So they either hit the ball too high or too low, or they're dreaded left and right. They aren't hitting that nice little window where their drive should be with optimal conditions. That's kind of what led to the new E12 golf ball, optimizing those launch conditions for those golfers.
And we're big fans of the Mindset technology. So seeing this now transition to this line is a huge improvement this year that you're introducing here at the show.
Yes.
So if you have someone who is maybe, like you said, left or right, and they need to straighten the ball out a little bit, which one do you recommend for them?
So that's our middle one here. It's our most popular one, the E12 Straight. This golf ball is designed to take away some side spin. It has a contact force dimple on this golf ball. It is designed to stick to the club a little bit better, take away that sliding for a straighter flight. The E12 High Launch is just what it says. It's a lower compression ball to launch a little higher off the driver for more carry. And then the E12 Speed is a little bit firmer compression, a more piercing, penetrating flight on that golf ball. So you think your highest flight, the most forgiving, straightest flying golf ball, and then a little lower, more penetrating flight from the Speed.
So now you're adapting to all types of golfers,
Yes.
just giving them that mindset technology to make them better, 3 to 5, maybe even
Yes.
4 strokes better.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this ball. Let's use this ball because I feel like this ball for our third compatriot.
Our
is
third
not-
compatriot's not here
Yeah,
this week.
yeah.
So,
the-
hey, Dave, we miss you. We wish you were at the show with us
but
this week.
the E12 straight. So
Yes.
those forgiving golf balls. So
Yeah.
somebody who sprays a lot, they're going to be able to narrow down that dispersion. They're
Yep.
going to be able to do that. When you guys look to design golf balls like this in the different series, how difficult is that process and trying to design the E series with
Yeah.
3 different golf balls for it?
So what we try to do is we try to look at what the consumer's doing. So we put it all in a big database and we look at different handicap levels and we space them together and we try to look at what the golf ball is doing from a user perspective. So when we look, we found that most people aren't hitting their optimal launch conditions because of left and right. That's the biggest spread because they're either cutting the ball too much or they're smothering it and hitting it too far left. So what we did, this one has a side spin reducing mantle layer, especially for this E12 straight. And then it has that dimple pattern that's a little different than even these. Each ball has its own dimple pattern package for the launch conditions and the aerodynamics that it needs to deliver to either go high, low, or straighter.
And that's the thing that I think is interesting is that because we play the B line, and you can tell just by looking at it that the dimple pattern's different.
Yes.
The feel is a little bit different, but the importance of that is, like you said, that's what controls the ball. That's what helps make up for to straighten it out. If you're hitting it like power fade, as I like to call mine sometimes. So most golfers don't look at that. They pick up a golf ball. They think a golf ball looks like a golf ball, looks like a golf ball. You can actually see the technology.
Yeah, all dimples are not created equal.
No.
And this dimple pattern right here might not work if we put it on the tour game. So when they are dimple engineers in Japan are designing these different ones, they're making this dimple pattern for these lower spin golf balls off the tee versus an XS, which is a really high spin golf ball, needs a different dimple pattern because if say you put a dimple pattern that's too high on an XS with a lot of spin, that ball's going to go straight up in the air and never come down.
Yeah.
So each one has something that's optimized for its flight conditions and spin package.
I want a business card that says dimple.
That's right.
Like that's a golf dimple engineer. That's an awesome business card.
That is a fun business card. One of the things you guys are debuting this year, something new, and it's not golf ball related.
Not golf ball.
You guys have had iron, but now we've got irons here in America.
Yes, we're back. So we're happy to announce that we're launching 3 sets of irons, muscle bag, CB, and a CB plus. They're all very awesome one-piece Indo-forged design, really soft carbon steel, 1020. So the muscle back is for that player that wants to flight the ball. You know, they want to put it down. Very good player. The CB is still a compact, low offset golf club. It's being played by Chris Goddard up on tour right now. So it's still a compact, very workable cavity bag. And then the CB Plus is for a guy like Fred Couples who likes a little longer heel to toe flange. He's able to kind of, Fred kind of misses on the toe sometimes. So he likes to hit it out there on the toe. And so it's like a dual pocket cavity, which has been on our previous one. So those 3 are what we're launching in the U.S. And we're just happy to be back to dabble into the club business once again.
Well, I want to say this. You're probably going to say the same thing I'm about to say. You guys didn't dabble.
Yeah.
You guys jumped in
The deep end. Oh, 100%.
first.
Yeah.
We hit these at demo day.
The MBs were, I gotta say,
I like the CB.
one of the most forgiving blades I've ever hit.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to hit it off the toe and off the heel,
Yeah.
and with normal blades, you feel a difference.
Yeah.
I didn't feel the difference there.
Tuesday morning, you would have really.
I would have really felt the difference out there.
Tuesday morning,
But I felt either I was hitting it flush every time, which I know isn't
There you
true,
go.
but it almost felt flush every time I hit it. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's that soft carbon steel in that 1020 gives you that nice good feedback. But yeah, now with blades, you're able to kind of stretch the sweet spot a little bit from the traditional blades of the 90s and 80s that had a sweet spot about this big, the size of a dimple. Now you can be a little bit more forgiving, but it's definitely a club that somebody hits consistently across the face and flight and stuff like that. So the MBs are really good. Boot Weekly has a nice like combo set of the MBs. Chris likes the CB. So they're both really good players irons.
I was gonna say
I was really excited, by the way, at demo day that we were practicing and hitting golf balls with hitting shots with the irons with the mindset golf ball.
and
So
right next to Boo Weekly.
Right next to Boo
we
Weekly.
were hitting with Boo, and he was out there talking about it, and he was kind of saying the same things we were when hitting the irons. And I mean, he's a fan of the mindset golf ball too. So
Yes.
it is proven technology that works. If you're looking at this and thinking, that's not going to help me, change your mindset.
Yeah.
That's the ball to go.
That's the ball. Thank you for
Yes.
joining us today.
Yes. Thank you.
Hope you're having a great time.
having
Thank
me
you so
on.
much.
Having a great
You got a busy schedule, so we think
Yes.
we have a busy schedule.
Yeah.
Man out here, so
Thank you guys. for
Every time
having
we've
me
been
on.
by the booth, you were chewing somebody's ears.
It's a busy week.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. I enjoy talking to everybody about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us again.
Yep.
We will definitely see you before we head
Yep.
out. For the week.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Don't keep these.
So,
So whatever.
done.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you. We like gifts. Next up.
Right there.
Thanks, guys.
So check out Bridgestone for all your golfing needs. Next up, so
Oh, you got a super
welcome
tag.
back in.
Super tag, right?
Yeah.
We got SkyCaddie here with us.
Clay.
Hey.
Clay Simpson, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only. We've got we had a cool day yesterday.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you for that, first of all.
You got a fun experience yesterday.
Yeah, we had a really cool experience yesterday. And we really appreciate what you did for us. But you guys have some new technology out here.
We do.
Um,
Sure do.
And you guys have made your name in this industry, obviously. With
Gotta show off some of your stuff. Is that good?
Absolutely.
All right.
with the
How
Pro
about your
5X, now the new Pro 4X,
Mhm.
but also your new Super Tags,
Use SkyCaddie Super Tags.
SkyCaddie Super Tags, and obviously learned a lot yesterday. You had Trotty with you guys, Chris Trott, from
Trotty Golf.
Trotty Golf, and we got to be the guinea pig yesterday. I got to be, and then he tried to fix Greg's swing, and that
He worked on it. It
He
was
worked on
I
it.
got to remember. Hold the tray. That was what I learned. Hold the tray.
Yeah.
Yep, serve the tray. Hold the tray. It'll help.
Why don't we go in and the super tags will connect with the devices, but why don't we go into what do the super tags do?
Well, I can answer that with what don't they do?
That's
Yeah.
probably an easy answer.
That's great.
Well, the cool thing about the Super Tags is they do game tracking and they do swing analysis all together in one small tag. About 12 years ago, we had a device that you guys both said you had,
Yep.
the Sky Pro,
Yep.
right? And you had to move that from club to club,
Yep.
right? And
You to unscrew it.
recalibrate it,
Yep.
and right?
Yep.
So all that technology that was in that big piece of plastic that
Yep.
was about 2.5
Yeah,
inches
it's
long
about that big.
is now in this club or in this tag.
And there's a tag for every club in your bag.
You can buy a tag for every club in your bag,
Nice.
right?
So I don't
We-
have to switch them out. And
No,
go.
we sell them in sets of 1. We sell them in 4 and 14.
Okay.
14 will cover your whole bag, including the putter.
So you can use it on the putter.
Absolutely can use it on
And they have the adapter for putters that have like the weighting system in the back of it too.
Super stroke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super stroke putters. Yep.
So you just unscrew it, drop it in, and screw the tag.
That's the
on.
first question I asked yesterday.
Sweet.
So you put these in your clubs, right? And a while ago, it was showing that we had a tag out that's not a
Yep.
sign. So
Yeah.
there was an alert that come on. So they'll work on our newer SkyCaddies, right?
Mhm.
And they'll work with our app that's in the iTunes store or our app that's in the Google store. So Android or iTunes,
Yep.
iOS.
Yep.
Sorry.
I'm gonna need one of those devices because my phone is usually playing music.
Okay.
Just leave it at that.
I think we've got you on the list.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So there you go. There's the
Yep.
alert right there. It says add it to a club. So it's that smart. So what you do is you actually screw this into your club, right? And it has a little lock washer that goes on this, so it'll really grip into the top of the club because you don't want this moving once you get it in there and get it calibrated.
Okay.
When you calibrate it, to unlock it
Yep.
So
No, you're
on
good.
the button.
Oh, the button there. Okay.
When you screw it in, it locks in, and you'll calibrate to your club, right? And the calibration process is you lay your your phone or the SkyCaddie on the face of the club and swing it back and forth.
Which is what you had to do with the old one too. I remember I had to
Yeah,
put
do that with the
yeah,
SkyCaddie.
you had to
Yep,
put the
absolutely.
Yep.
Same concept. It's very easy to do,
very simple.
but it knows by the face angle what club you're using and how far the length of it is.
Okay.
So it can tell you what club you got. So you put one of these on every club. So then when you pull that club out, it knows what club you've got, right? And then you just simply go play golf. All you gotta do is just go play.
All I got to do is play golf.
Go play golf.
That's really hard for me. No, I'm just kidding.
After your swing, I can.
Oh, I know that was pretty bad.
Wow. Shots fired by Glenn. I love it.
I'll lob the softball up there if he hit it out of the park. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I love being on you guys' show.
We love having you.
Once
So,
again,
play golf. Go play
yeah,
golf.
go play
There
golf.
you go.
Lost train. Squirrel.
Yep.
So then it'll track when I pull out my driver. It'll know I have driver. I hit driver. Hopefully, I hit it in the fairway, right? And then it'll tell me I hit it from here, how far I hit it, what the swing speed was,
Okay.
right, and all that. It'll put all that in here. Then at the end of the round, right, because I don't want to look at that stuff during the round, because the last thing we want to ever happen is to slow golf down any farther than the slow play net.
Yeah. No, we don't need
That's why
that.
you need a SkyCaddie to help you play faster.
Yep.
right?
And better.
And better. So at the end of the round, I can go in here and I can look at my data from that round, right? I can go and look and see.
How far you hit it?
Yeah, like I can remember, on hole 5, I hit a 7-iron and I absolutely pulled the living what out of it.
Yep.
And why did I do that? Well, I can go and look at that actual shot and see all my swing data and see why I pulled it. Was I too far? Was I too far inside on my downswing?
You didn't hold the trick.
I didn't hold
Didn't
the
hold the
trick. That's right. He's never going to forget that.
I'm
No,
never
he-
going to forget that. And that's what I need to not forget.
We're not going to let him forget it either.
No.
on the podcast. You know what? When you come on our show, can you bring a tray on? Or
I'll put a serving tray. I have a
Hey, you can make fun of it all you want. It's how I'm making my game better. Is to hold the tray,
hold the tray.
swing through. One of the best
and
coaches
keep
in the
that
game.
elbow inside.
Exactly. The seam of my shirt.
Yeah.
You gave me great advice.
Tips.
It is. And it's all from data that he got from this.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm going to show you some putting strokes on
Okay.
here. Okay, these putting strokes are made.
This is your
were made-
putting. It's your
It's not-
putting.
No,
stroke.
it's not my putting stroke. These were made to look horrible
Okay.
because we were actually seeing if it was going.
So it's Steve's putting stroke.
to
Gotcha.
I haven't seen his putting stroke. So, but anyway, you can have as much data as you want or as little data as you want. Right? There's like 15 different data points that you can see. We all know that you feed somebody too much data,
Mhm.
their brain's going to explode, especially in a
exactly.
golf game.
Yeah.
Right. But you want to think, no more swing thoughts in my head when I'm playing golf. But you can add and see what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and there's maybe you can move them up and down, some of it by dragging and pulling up. Right. Sorry about that. Right. So we go back and we can actually see this putting stroke is absolutely terrible. It's an outside in putting stroke. But the cool thing is where it is, I can hit on that and I can see that putting stroke. I can actually play that putting stroke. But the cool thing is, and this is going to be hard for me to do upside down, but I can drag this putting stroke all around and see it from different angles. And then I can replay it again from those different angles. Okay. Funny story. I don't know if I told you guys this yesterday or not. During our testing, 2 different guys, same day, came back to the office and said, there's something wrong with putting stroke. It's saying that on my backstroke, on my putter, I pull it to the inside. I do not pull the putter to the inside. Do not do it. And so we went through all their data. 18 holes of putting. 18 times did they pull the putter to the inside. Just like,
But they don't do that.
I do not do that. We took 2 2x4s, set them up, put their putter in between. Guess what they did?
Knocked over the
They
2x4s.
knocked over the inside 2x4
every time.
every time.
Every time.
But they don't pull their.
They don't pull their putter. One of the other guys was like, he goes, it's showing this big hump on my downstroke. He's like, the putter's coming up off the ground. Well, he was standing up on his downstroke with the putter. He was standing up, topping the golf ball, leaving everything short.
That's crazy that this little tag can show something like that little
And
hump
it
in the
did.
golf stroke.
It did. Absolutely do.
That's unbelievable. Like there's tags out there right now in the market that just track your game, like how far you hit it every time. So
Yeah.
it shows every shot that's out there. What makes this so unique is it's getting that swing plane. It's getting all of that data to not only tell you how far you're hitting it, but where you're hitting it from side to side, where your club face is going. So when you can use all that data for yourself, but you can also take it to your coach
Absolutely.
and they can look at it and go, okay, here's what we got to work on. Kind of like we did yesterday where I learned hold the trick. So I'm just going to say that the whole time. So
Hold the tray, keep the seam.
Yep.
Inside
see
the
them
seam.
inside. Yeah, it's,
Now, the other cool part about that is if you are taking a lesson and your coach is like, look, you just hit that 7-iron, the best I've ever seen. You can save that stroke.
oh,
Save it as a
okay.
favorite stroke.
I'm going to watch this over
Right.
and over again.
And then if you go out and play and you get a 7-iron terribly, you can lay that on top of the other one and you can see
What you
where
did.
it went out versus your good swing.
That's amazing. Like, so you can also analyze old strokes over new strokes to see, hey, why am I falling back to what I was doing before when this was my good stroke? That's great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh man, the amount you can do with this is a game changer. So
And you can share it with your golf coach. You can share all your data with your golf coach.
And
can I share it with Steve and like
You
look,
could
how,
share
look,
with
how, look how
Steve.
better my swing is
You
now.
could share with Steve.
So,
I think the cool part about this is that yes, you can share it. Yes, you can do this, but this technology doesn't just help the high handicap like Dave.
yeah,
It can help the low handicap. It can help a tour player improve.
Absolutely.
And you can take that data. You look at someone like Matthew Fitzpatrick who tracks all of his shots. He wouldn't have to go write them down in a spreadsheet. It's all right here in this data, and you can literally just boom download and get that information.
Here's another great thing this does. So like after I go play, I play 18 holes. I get home, I get connected to my Wi-Fi, and I hit sync on my SkyCaddie. It then takes all that data from that round, moves it up to my SkyCaddie 360 account.
Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
Then I can go in that account and I can dissect everything hole by hole. It tells me. The other cool thing is you can set a my par in here with what your goals are trying to be. Let's say I'm a 12 handicap and my goal is to be a 10.
okay.
All right. 'Cause you can't go from a 12 to a scratch just overnight, right? You got to take
This won't do that.
No, this won't do
You
that.
didn't promise.
It'll help
Oh,
you. but it
okay.
won't quite do it. So anyway, I can do my goal, right? Or set my par in there. And then this will tell me strokes gained. Where's my game good? And I'm gaining strokes to make that 10 handicap. So where am I also losing strokes to not quite get me to that 10 handicap?
And that's the kind of data I like is seeing that change of like, okay, I thought I was doing really good with my irons, but I'm actually losing strokes with my iron play and I'm gaining strokes with my putting play. So I need to work more on my iron.
A lot of people think it's their driver.
Yeah.
That they're losing. Well, you're hitting 12 out of 14 fairways. It's not your driver.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it might be your approach shot. Maybe it's your chipping. Maybe you've got the yips,
Yep.
right? So it'll tell you those things. And then when you make that 10 handicap thing, you can then lower it to a 5. Well, when you lower it to a 5, all that data can change, and it'll take all that data right then and change it automatically.
And then I can look back, see where it was when I'm at a 5, where I was at a 12, and overlap that and see the swing difference.
The swing difference. Yeah.
That's so much you can do from a coaching standpoint. How much you can show people, like it has that great range of like a coach can use all this data there, but as just the average consumer, I can use this data too, and it breaks it down in a simple way for you. So
Let me ask you this, play. So you buy the super tags, right?
Right.
Is there a subscription that you need to have for that?
There
that
is.
something-
There's two different subscription models, right? There's one that's called Game Tracks. Game Tracks does everything. It does tracking of your game and it does all the swing analysis. Okay, which we call Swing Tracks.
Yep.
And then there's another membership base that's called Swing Tracks. No game tracking involved. It does nothing but gives you swing data.
okay,
Okay. The cool thing is, it's so hard to continue to explain. The technology in this thing is incredible. Accelerometers and things that are in this little piece of plastic
Yeah.
screws it into your golf club. It's crazy. But the amount of information you can get from that and what it can do for you in your golf game and show you where you need help, which then makes your money you're spending on your golf lessons
Mhm.
a little easier to spend.
Yeah.
If I'm getting it in the right direction,
Yep.
right? It's a little easier for me to spend.
Well, there's a lot of times when you go to a lesson, you're in maybe a studio and you're hitting into a simulator, and then you go out on the course and you're like, yeah, I felt like I was doing it right. This actually will give you that data for your
Absolutely.
coach to now go, okay, you improved a little bit, but we still need to work on this.
Right. And you can put this tag in what we call air swing mode and swing inside your living room, never hit a golf ball, and still get all the swing data.
So
That's
let,
awesome.
let me ask you, we talked about on course.
Mhm.
Let's say you want to go and grind on a range session.
Mhm.
Can you get data on that range session?
Absolutely. You just put it in practice mode. It'll capture your entire range section and divide it up by I hit 7-iron here, I hit 9-iron here, I hit 3-wood here.
And it'll automatically tell
And
them.
it tells you which club you hit, and it breaks it down by your club.
So I'm in Indiana. It's cold out right now. Simulator. Can I play it in with that?
We're right now we're working with some of the simulator companies,
Oh, okay.
right, to actually incorporate this data. Because simulators give you all kinds of ball data.
Yeah.
No swing data, right? Some of them might give you club head speed.
Yeah.
Or something like that, but they don't tell you any of the other data.
They can't tell how off angle I was and stuff,
Correct.
except on
So-
impact. And
The good part is how good would this be if I could get my ball data and my swing data and match it up together, right?
real.
That'd be really.
Yeah.
So the other part with a simulator, when you're whatever simulator you're using,
Mhm.
it doesn't know what club you're hitting,
No.
right? You have to manually select chit and driver, or now I'm hitting 7-iron,
Yep.
whatever. And if you forget to change them, all those swings go
Or
in the same
driver.
bucket.
They're all drivers.
They're
I
all
never checked
drivers.
the
They go in the same bucket, right?
Yep.
So, but with this tag, it's going to know which club you're hitting,
Okay.
and sharing the software together, right? It can change that on there. So then the right swing goes in the right bucket. So you can get 7-iron and driver swings in the same bucket.
That's crazy.
So
But I could even use it in like, if I just went to a simulator today, I can use it in like range mode and just hit.
absolutely.
into
You
their
can, and
range.
it'll all come to either your SkyCaddie or your
Yep.
phone app, whatever you decide to do.
That's fantastic.
So it gives you that data. Do we get Trotty to then do a video on what you need to do? Like, is there a download video?
There's funny.
Hold the track.
Hold the track.
Hold the
Hold the
track.
tray, inside
track.
theme of the shirt.
Inside, yeah.
Um,
They all watched me do this yesterday, so that's why
we're not gonna let them move it down.
No.
No, we're not.
it was on an uphill lie, and the ball was above my feet. That doesn't make a difference. I know.
So what?
The cool thing is on every different measurable metric that we have in there, there's an explanation of that measurement. What
Yep.
should that measure be? And Trotty has done a really good job of breaking it down and telling people what the average should be, right?
Yep.
And stuff like that. There's different windows where you can make the tolerances smaller or bigger, right? We have a groove mode in here. Let's say that I'm working on my backswing length, and I really don't want to go past parallel.
Okay.
I want to really work on that, right? Because when I get past parallel, I lose a lot of things happen. So I can do nothing but take swings, and all it's going to measure is my backswing length,
Okay.
right? And if I get 7 out of 10, I'm going to get a little
Thumbs up.
attaboy,
All
right?
right, nice.
And then it'll move me to the next level, which that cone will then shrink,
Okay.
right? So then if I get 7 out of 10, I can move to the next level. The cone shrinks even tighter, right? So it's like a bronze, silver, gold, medal kind of thing.
That was one of the cool things when I was with Trotty yesterday that he worked on with me, was we were working on getting the club working more from the inside and trying to get your shaft angle coming more from the inside. And this technology with doing a couple things, you could say, okay, I'm normally 6 degrees outside. I want to try and get it down to 1 degree inside. And now you have this dispersion and you can set it for 3 degrees either way off of that 1 degree. So you can get closer. So you're working on improving. And this technology allows you to do that. Whereas that's the only technology out there that allows you to do that. And it almost makes it a game. It makes it fun again.
It does.
So it's not just the idea of beating golf balls.
Right.
It's the idea of figuring out, am I improving?
And I'm just not going to the range and
Yeah.
beating balls to beat balls.
No.
Right. But
Yeah.
what's the part of the game that nobody really practices? So putting, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to practice putting.
No.
Putting's easy, right? But this
Sure.
But yeah, like you can see on here, Like it shows you that putting data that you can go through. Like it's amazing that it gives you so
You can,
much.
you can do that. You can do putting in your office. You know, take a break, and I'm just going to putt in my office. Right.
That's like I have a putting green that I put in my office and I have downstairs too. So this will be perfect. I'll just put one of these tags in there and then we'll go just work on it for a little bit when I'm on my break, and it's awesome. So Clay, thank you so much.
Thanks
This
for having
was
me on, guys.
fantastic.
Thank you for letting us hang out yesterday.
Yes.
That was
Yeah,
awesome,
we
too.
we enjoy Trotty. He's a good guy, and we always, of course, I always enjoy coming on your show. It's always a bunch of fun.
You are always welcome to come on our show. You know the rules. And
So I know we're going to be getting both of you guys some tags.
Yep.
Right. So let's make a deal.
Okay.
You guys get your tags, play a couple rounds with them,
Done.
and then we'll come back and we'll talk about your data.
And we'll show our
And
data
you
on
can
the
show
air.
your data on
Done.
there
yeah,
and show people, hey, this is, and just no joke.
Look, holding the tray.
Yeah, I'm holding the tray.
or not.
I'm just gonna come on the air like this as a punishment if I don't hold the tray. So, and the whole show I have to hold it. That'd be my
Let's
punishment.
get Waterford so if you
Yeah, we ain't that fancy on the show. But where can they find SkyCaddie at?
SkyCaddie, can go to skygolf.com.
Yep.
You can buy it directly from us and go from there. We'll ship it right to your house.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Clay.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it as always. It's great to see you.
Good to see you.
Sorry we didn't make the weather warmer for you.
It's all good. But it's gonna be 75 on Sunday, right?
Perfect. Yeah. No, that's what it does. Welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
Awesome. We appreciate you coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Tell your team we say hello. Please do.
Trotty had another good session today.
Did he?
Yeah, he had some young PGA students,
Oh, nice.
and he blew their minds
This is the great thing that you see out
with
at
all
the
the
show.
data.
There's so many people out here and so many people that you run into and get to learn from. Like we got to learn from Trotty yesterday with that. So
Awesome.
Don't
They're
want
the same
to
one.
leave that one.
no,
I mean, you can.
we'll
Is there any
return,
money in
we'll
it?
return it to you.
There's a little money in it. Wife's got all the money.
Well, that's how it works in my house too. So thank you so much for joining us. All right, we'll talk soon.
So, Steve, day two, we did a lot with SkyCaddie yesterday. We did. It was a ton of fun, and we got to do a full training session, really, and see what our swings kind of look like from that graphical standpoint, and then how to improve that. And I saw with both you and I, we both hit what we would think is a bad shot, but it improved our swing. It improved the angle on it, and we were able to see that feedback right away.
Here's the thing: when you're making improvements in your golf swing, you're not going to be perfect every single time.
Yeah.
And so, giving you this data and being able to work on that and improve is going to allow you that you're going to hit bad shots when you improve. It's not going to feel right. It's going to feel different than what you're used to doing. And when it feels bad, you're probably making the right move. I hit a couple shots thin. I don't hit the ball thin that often.
No.
I tend to cover the ball very well. So to be able to do that, hit those shots, it makes it really cool for you. And it gives you that great feedback along the line.
The other thing that was funny yesterday, we were over there on the range that they have here. Actually, you can pan over and see this kind of range that's back over here where people are hitting. And we were out here and people were throwing golf clubs, not on purpose. We were on the range at one point. You can come back over to this way. But we were back over there and you just saw a golf club, a driver flip through the air and like hit the wall and make a loud bang. And everybody looked around. But it was fun to see. And the amount of fun that you can have out here at the PGA show, the things you can test out, like the SkyCaddie. And
this next product that we're bringing on. So let's not waste any time here. I want to bring him on. Friend of ours who's been on the show before. I feel like today is like repeat guest day.
Today is it's a second day. Let's bring back the guests that have been here for their second time.
So yeah.
Perfect.
So
perfect. Hey, welcome in.
Sorry, guys, I got trapped in the meeting.
Oh no, you're good. The perfect time in here.
For 6 hours.
Daniel, welcome back to the tavern.
Hey,
You
appreciate
joined us before. Thank you for joining us again.
He joined us in the tavern before. He hasn't
did
joined us live at the show. So
yeah.
this is a first for us having you live with us. So thank you again.
I'm gonna ask. I've got some notes. Do you want to talk about the small box or the big box?
Well, let's start with
First.
let's start with the big box.
All right, let's start with the
That's
big one.
probably going to be the most important part.
Nice.
So,
Okay, we'll put this off to the side here.
yeah, here at the show today, we're going to definitely welcome you guys to the FlightScope affiliate program.
That's the best program on the
that.
planet.
Yeah. So what that means is that you guys are going to be able to utilize FlightScope technology to help better your golf games, and then you're going to have your audience able to purchase that technology at a discount, while also being able to give back to your show.
Awesome.
So the ability to get that technology into everybody's hands, it's not just limited to Mevo Plus. They can also purchase FlightScope products. Obviously, the Mevo Plus is going to be our most important and most popular item because of its price point and the capabilities, and obviously the ability to then put it in your garage and use it as a golf simulator is pretty cool.
Like I said, up in
Actually,
Indiana.
I had somebody hit me up that's looking to put one in their garage already, and I believe he's going to be here at the show tomorrow, so I'm going to bring him by to see you tomorrow.
Cool.
Looking to buy him.
And he's going to use our affiliate code.
He is going to.
There we go. That's most important.
Yeah, we'll definitely make sure we do that.
Yeah. So
Cool. Tell us a little about the Mevo Plus.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's pretty small. I mean, this will fit into your golf bag. It's a hard shell case, so that way it's not going to get damaged. But obviously, the portability is so awesome about it because it's not going to take up a whole big footprint in your area or even on the driving range. It's about the size of a postcard, maybe an inch thick or so. Battery life's about 3 hours, so it gets you through any range session that you need to. And
Yep.
you know, I don't know about you guys, but I don't play too many 5-hour rounds on simulator golf. If I do, then I'm probably going to kick those guys out of my place. But
yeah, no, yeah, you're right about that.
so it gives enough power and everything to get through a round of golf, and then you can always upgrade it, add more data to it, so you can get things like club path, face to path, all those in-depth club face angles that you used to see. High-end launch monitors, you know, that cost $20,000 plus. It's now available at the consumer level price point and able to get everybody, you know, getting better at golf utilizing the data.
What is that retail on that?
So normally they're $2,299.
Okay.
At the show, they're running about 20% off roughly. So I think they're just over, just under $1,800 with your guys' discount, which is nice. So
Yeah.
not only is it providing some help to you guys, but it gets your guys' customers a very specific price that you're not going to find anywhere else. So.
And that's a huge amount of data involved in it.
Oh yeah.
For is there a membership that goes along with it?
No membership requirements of any kind, and that's what's going to differentiate ourselves from the competition. So we don't have any required annual subscriptions. It actually includes 12 golf courses from V6 X, so you can play Pebble Beach, play Bethpage Black, St. Andrews. That's all included for free. You just need like an iPad or a computer to run that software.
So if I'm going to the course and I'm on the driving range, I just take this with me. I set it up. How far do I set it up behind it?
It's just about 8 feet behind you, and then you just grab your iPad or your phone and connect it up real quick, and it shows the data right there on your phone. You can actually use the built-in cameras to take swing videos, so you can pair video and data. All those features are inclusive of price. There's not anything additional there. The only thing that you really look at additional wise is if you're saying, hey, maybe 12 golf courses isn't enough for me, I want more. Well, then there's some additional options that you might have to pay some subscriptions or just larger one-time fees for it. But you just go to the app store
And I could use this as a simulator in my garage, like connect it to my laptop and a projector, and it can project everything that's on.
Absolutely. Yeah. You just basically connect it through that iPad or the computer. And then, you just start playing golf. The beauty of the Mevo Plus sitting behind you is that you can have right and left-handed players playing simultaneously without having to change anything in your set. So that's also really nice because sometimes if you do have that one lefty or the guy who doesn't have the right side of the golf, they just simply, they kind of screw things up. You got to keep moving things back and forth. So it just makes things easier to send things behind. You just need to set up the same and just keep playing. So we don't have to get into 5-hour round.
That's amazing. You brought something else with you,
We did.
and it's something new.
It is. It's definitely new, and it's a new product, especially for us. It's not so much, definitely a new product, but a new range of products. So we have always been in the launch monitor game.
Yeah.
To capture data and use them for golf simulators. But now we're actually going to introduce our first product into the rangefinder market. And it's going to be called the FlightScope i4. Okay. The difference with this and a normal rangefinder is it basically gives you a virtual caddy. If you guys want to kind of hold it and pass it around, you kind of see it fits in your hand really nicely. It comes with every standard feature you see on a normal rangefinder. So it has the magnet on the side. It has a rechargeable battery. It has 6-time magnification, adjustable.
It's 31 yards to the wall.
Oh, perfect. It has the ability to turn slope on and off, so it can be able to be used in tournaments. But we're taking it to the next level. So, you ever wondered what it's like to have like Ted Scott on the bag and have like a caddy with you?
I have.
Be Scotty Scheffler. Maybe not execute as well as Scotty Scheffler, but feel like you can.
Oh, if you can promise I can execute this guy,
Yeah.
I'm taking my money.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we're providing you with what we call effective playing distance.
Okay.
So when you connect this device to that FS Golf app, you basically just tell it where you're playing golf that day, and then you can use a session that you previously had, or you can just input your yardages if you know them, or input them from a different launch monitor. Then when you shoot that target, it actually gives you a club recommendation. So you can say, well, even though that distance is 180 yards, well, it might be 100 yards one time out of 10. The atmospheric conditions, the wind, temperature, humidity, all of those things play a part, and it can change from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It can change from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. It can change constantly. So this actually connects to that app, and it constantly updates the weather on the fly.
Oh, wow.
Which is really cool. So you can shoot your target, and then you can actually choose the wind direction, which allows you wind dial.
So do I choose the direction on there or right in there? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a clock where it just has the different directions, and as you change the direction of the wind, it updates the distance.
Yeah, because I was playing with that a second and I was doing the modes in there, so that seems like it's been pretty easy.
So
yeah.
So I'm going to start with this. I've always been a firm believer, and you and I've had this conversation, that if you buy one rangefinder, there's no reason to upgrade your rangefinder. You're giving somebody a reason to upgrade a rangefinder. Big reason.
Absolutely.
To make them better, not just give them a number. So if you need that, if you want to make yourself better, know what that actual true yardage is. Now, here's the other question I have for you. Can we make this tournament legal to use in tournaments?
Almost. So with our FlightScope planning tool, essentially you can put in the information of your tee times, and you can extrapolate a report that says, here's my normal carry distance, here's my carry distance into the wind, and here's my carry distance downwind for that golf course at that time of day.
Okay.
You can print that piece of paper out, and you can put it in your yardage book, and you can use that in golf tree.
So yes,
You can, but you have to just do a little bit of math on it.
okay, and that's
As long
all
as
right.
a few transfusions don't cloud it up too much, it'd be just fine.
I don't know what you're talking about there. So what's the price point on that, Danny? That's a lot of technology all wrapped into one.
Yeah, so it's definitely gonna be priced at $499 MSRP, so a little bit higher in the rangefinder market, but with the amount of features that it comes with, I mean, it really is incredible.
It's a little higher, you're right, but everybody's at that same price point for the same thing. You guys are giving a difference maker and a reason to get more. So I definitely understand the why, and it's making the golfer better, and it's going to help you speed your game up too. It's going to help us play faster because you're going to hit that mark, and you're going to go back to the app, and it's going to tell you use this club.
Absolutely. And even so, the first time when I was testing with it, it's, you go through it and you hit that distance, and immediately you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna go grab this club, but it's telling me, I don't think I'm gonna hit an 8-iron there. And then you hit the shot, and you immediately can believe in it, and you've got that confidence. Man, confidence is everything in this game.
Yeah.
And if we can be confident, execution becomes so much easier.
Yeah, that's the key with this. Like Steve said, you have a rangefinder. A rangefinder is a rangefinder is a rangefinder. But you're adding that new technology in there. You're adding those new features in there. That is that game changer for these rangefinders. And even at that price point, you're still within that range of a rangefinder. You're not like saying $1,000 for this thing. That would have been crazy, but would have been worth it. But I think you're in the right price.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an established market. There's a lot of competition there, but we're not going to shy away from it. And I think we came in swinging.
Oh, that's awesome. I think it's great. I think it's a great addition to your lineup of products. You guys have always had great quality products, awesome things to show, and you guys really just knock it out of the park every time.
Yeah, we're always trying to be on the cutting edge of innovation and trying to say, well, what's missing? What don't we have? We kind of knocked it out of the pilot. Shouldn't say kind of. We absolutely knocked it out of the park with the Mevo Club.
Oh, 100%.
A few years back at the PGA show, and we're really excited with this rangefinder. The buzz and the excitement around the last few days has just been absolutely incredible. People are just almost dumbfounded that you can do that with your rangefinder. But the cool part about it is, like, you'd think that you'd be sitting there messing with your phone a lot while you're golfing. It's not the case at all. you connect it to the app and tell it where you're golfing and maybe like what your yardages are, what you just select a session, whatever that may be. And then you put your phone away and it stays connected via Bluetooth. You just shoot your distances and it stays updated all day. In the background, it's updating your weather every like 5 minutes or so. And
Wow.
your local weather station.
So it's constantly
Absolutely.
keeping up
Because,
to date.
you know, the wind can change, but we don't take live wind. We take an average wind over time.
Yeah.
You know, we can't predict gusting winds. We just take whatever the weather
Yeah.
station provides us. So sometimes, you know, in certain situations, those weather stations may be further away. But we like to think as golfers that we know what a 1 and 2 foot wind is. I bet you this thing's going to change.
That's awesome. And the great thing about them is they're portable. They'll fit in your golf bag and not take up really much any room in
Well,
golf.
and you're not taking another product to give you that information.
Yeah.
Like we all have our phones. We
Yep.
use our friends at Desert Fox. We
Put
use
that
their
phone in
Daddy. It's already right there for us. So we can see that the laser, we can go over, grab our club. It's touch Scott on the back for you.
Yeah.
And you're ready to go and hit the right shot so you can win the Masters like Scotty Scheffler.
There we go. Yeah. And tickets being on your golf bag. So just like the Vivo Plus, it comes with a nice hard-sided case with a magnet top. So when you got it clipped on the bag, you can throw it in there while you're walking. Like I said, as the magnet for when you're in the cart, just stick it right up there. But just kind of gives it a nice little protection while it's
That's fantastic.
you know, not being used.
That's true.
Strong magnet too.
And battery.
It's rated at like 15,000 clicks,
Okay.
which they say, which maybe not for Steve, but that's like 5 months of golf for most people. That's like maybe a month of Steve.
Is it a battery? or is it
I
charging?
wish I played
Is it
that much.
rechargeable, or is it sort of the recharge? It's a recharge.
So this rubber gasket pops out, and there's a USB-C charging port right there.
Oh, that's the thing that I love. Like on most rangefinders nowadays, is that you have that USB charging. I'm not getting that big chunky battery that I'm trying to
That
find.
you have to find on Amazon.
Exactly.
That's the only place you're not paying $10 for one of them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they don't sell them anymore.
No, nobody does.
So that's great that has a charging port on there. So
Yeah.
well, hey, thank you so much. Where can they find all of your products?
Yeah, so well, you definitely want to be using the Golfing
There you
Dads
go, I love that.
Tavern link here. Use the promo code as well to get you an additional discount. But basically, FlightScope.com will find all of your products. You definitely follow these guys' links so you can get them some assistance for bringing all this knowledge to you guys.
Awesome. Danny, thank you for joining us today. How's your week back in Orlando?
Oh man, it's cold up here, Steve. I'm ready to get back outside.
I get to go up north where it's even colder. So, but it's supposed to be good here next week with the weather. So I'm staying for one more week to get some more golf in. Family.
There we go. That's still warm for you.
It is.
Kinda.
It is. No, it's zero back home. It's a lot warmer.
Well, Danny, thank you for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of the week this week, and you can
nice
get
to-
back up here when you're playing golf.
Yeah, it's nice to sit down for a few minutes.
Yeah, you've been working hard this week.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Thanks.
Sorry for my charge.
No, you're good. This was great.
I mean, awesome.
These are the kind of things you get to see here at the PGA show.
Yeah.
And it's like what we like to spotlight here. So everything that you walk through here, we're going to show a time-lapse video on our next episode, next Tuesday.
Yep.
When we're live, because there is so many things here. There are so many things that you have to walk through. It takes, what'd you say you walked yesterday?
8 miles yesterday.
8 miles, that's it. And we started at what, 9 o'clock?
Like Eminem.
Yeah, 8
8
mile.
mile.
8
Yeah.
mile. So sure, Eminem will love having us shout him out of the show. But 8 miles yesterday, and would you say we made a dent?
You know, it was funny. I got asked this morning. Somebody said to me, they said, "How did you have an awesome day?" And I said, "I felt like we got a lot of stuff accomplished." And then I got home and I started looking and downloading at the stuff that we had done and where we like our wish list of what we wanted to do. And I felt like we didn't get enough accomplished.
No, I felt like we walked everywhere. We talked to a lot of people. We talked to a lot of friends that have been on the show before. We did our show yesterday over at another booth in the media center here, and I was exhausted by the end of the day, but I was like, we only made a dent in it. I feel this morning we walked around some more, did some more interviews. So check out our Instagram page, the Golfing Dads.
We're gonna put more content out here, yes.
Well, there's more tavern content, so check that out, and we'll continue to bring you more content here. Leave in the comments anything you'd like to see.
We are going to talk about some things because we are waiting on one more guest to show up. I do know that they are coming.
They are coming.
They are coming.
Okay.
They might be a couple minutes late, so we're going to stall a little bit here. I'm just going to warn you.
Perfect.
It's worth stalling for.
Yeah.
It's going to be worth stalling for.
So
Let's start
stick
with
us.
let's start with What was the coolest thing? I mean, we talked about the obviously the driver shaft yesterday. Today, what's been the coolest thing you've seen today?
Think about the coolest thing I've seen today. I mean, yesterday, I will say the tags, doing that fitting was one of the cool things that we saw yesterday. Turtleson, their apparel line, they have this knit, almost like cashmere. And I know it was wool.
Yeah.
But it felt like cashmere. And I think of that Seinfeld episode with cashmere with that sweater. It was a hoodie. Like, check out Turtleson menswear, because their hoodies that they have are unbelievable. They look dressier than some suits that I think any of us have.
And they got that fine looking, fine line like golf apparel, but you can wear it to the office.
Oh, yeah.
A dressy office. If you worked on, Wall Street.
It's too dressy for the golf course, some of their stuff. Like, but then they have some great lines for the golf course. And what was the other brand we saw? The Hound.
Oxford Hounds.
Oxford Hounds.
Yes.
If you're looking for an amazing belts out there, Oxford Hounds has some amazing belts. They are super expensive, but you pay for that quality. That is the Ferrari of belts. It is Italian. It is an amazing getup that you need to check out. So.
And as we're sitting here,
so we're looking at our next guest.
we're looking at our next guest over here.
Hey.
No problem.
Right on here.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
That's
hey,
fine.
Earl's got to run his business.
Yes.
We understand.
And we have Golf Channel coming through.
We'll be done by. Yeah.
Finishing up here, so we wanted to.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
We appreciate that. So coming up here, we got Elijah from Eastside Golf.
They were with us last year on the show. Earl couldn't make it today, but come on in. You are in.
Yeah,
Let's go.
You're on, man. Earl yesterday.
Good to see you. See you too.
I said it would.
Yes.
I was talking to Earl yesterday, and you were in my neck of the woods in Indiana for the All-Star game last year.
I was.
And you guys had an amazing pop-up shop.
Mhm.
And I was at the game, and I was sitting up in one of the suites. My wife works for Pacers, so she was running around everything. But I'm like, it's Elijah Earl down there.
Yeah.
I was trying to yell to you, but I don't think you heard me all the way up top. But it was great, and I got to see your shop. I didn't get to get over to your shop, but I saw all the stuff you guys posted. So first question I want to ask you is, you were on our show last year, and we had a great time with you. What's it been like since last year you got to the show to this?
So last year was our first year at the show, and definitely just trying to get our bearings, trying to get more people acclimated and seeing the logo. So the logo was a lot bigger last year. We even had the what's that thing
Yeah,
called?
the
Big
thing-
sign.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got your swing man right here. I got the sticker right
Yeah,
here.
Yeah. So, I mean, going from last year to this year, big improvements, more employees. We have 20 employees now.
That's awesome.
Growing there. We have more Nike shoes. So we have 11 that are actually
Man,
outside.
I saw the fours. Man, you made me
Yeah.
jealous in those fours. Oh, I had a pair when I was a kid. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm old. So.
I got the sixes last year.
Oh,
And they're
man.
my favorite golf shoes.
So, and now just growing to a space where so many more people and diverse people are wearing Eastside Golf. I mean, it's nothing like it, because I've never seen, first off, anything like it, from my lens, but now our tagline being be authentic, that's the only way to grow the game. So
Yep.
that's what we've been doing over the past year, talking about the things that matter to us, talking about how can we show clothes in just a different light. Like these are track pants, they don't have a belt loop. So we're actually making lifestyle clothes, as well as on course clothes. So we're in Liberty National now, but then we're also in like Brooklyn and Fat Joe's boutique. So we're growing to where so many different types of people, 70-year-old white man, 14-year-old black man, are wearing Eastside Golf. So it's
We see your logo everywhere.
Yeah.
I live here in Orlando. You can't go anywhere in Orlando without seeing somebody wearing the Eastside logo. Let me ask you, guys have done a lot over the last year. college sponsorships, NIL, get people wearing your brand.
Mhm.
Can you talk a little bit about that and why you're focusing, especially in the college kids, with that idea?
Yeah, we signed Bailey Davis from University of Tennessee. D1, she's won a couple of tournaments over the past year, but really showing that our brand can reach to so many different people. I mean, like I just said before, as long as we continue to show who the brand is for, you know, you're going to see so many different types of people walking around with Eastside on today. As long as we can show that it's for the young generation, it's for the generation after, and it's for the generation that came before us, we continue to be successful. We keep speaking about what golf or what golfers truly look like, who are the modern day golfer. But now it's just like this is
100%.
you being yourself, you going out there and you truly enjoying the game. I mean, if you look literally at the logo, this is a man with jeans, sweatshirt, and a chain on, enjoying the game of golf.
Design that logo.
It's me.
I was about to say, you know who it is, and that is a fantastic logo. And it's exactly what your brand fits. And what I want to ask about, and that I've seen you do over the past year, is you've done a lot of events, by a lot of PGA events for a lot of the youth out there.
Mhm.
And I think we're the golfing dads. So I love, what's that been like to introduce the game and grow the game that
You
way?
guys had, and I want to highlight one of their events. You guys did one TPC.
That's the
player.
one, that's the big
At the
one. I
Players
saw.
of Jacksonville.
Yes.
Yes. You guys
we
did a
did.
huge one, the Players Week in Jacksonville. So, I mean, giving back to the kids and growing that at the junior level, as we sit here as the golfing dads,
Yeah.
what is that like to be able to, with the kids and the youth, and be able to reach that market now?
No, it's good. I mean, we don't sell kids clothes just yet, or juniors clothes just yet. But of course, they can wear our hats. But our community day is what it was.
Yep.
Our community day is something that we pay for full outright and pay for the course, and then free tea times all day, food trucks, desserts, golf lessons. Bridgestone came out and then
Yeah, you guys did a great. We've got a great partnership with Bridgestone as well.
Okay.
Their Mindset Golf Ball. So
Yep.
another one of those. They were on this show. Actually, they opened this show for us today.
Your notes are written.
Mindset paper.
Yeah. And we have a collaboration with
Yes.
Bridgestone.
Yeah, you have a great.
Me and Earl are on a box along with, not along with, but Tiger Woods has his Bridgestone.
And you got
Yeah, we have ours. So,
you're going to that. So you have Tiger Woods, the goat of golf, and Michael Jordan, and you guys. It's the three biggest brands out there right now. Like
Yeah.
In this industry, yeah.
This industry.
yeah. Man, that's something, because it's so crazy. Me meeting, I've met all of them. I mean, I've met Tiger Woods, I've met Earl Woods, I met MJ, and to now be sitting here and to speak honestly about the same things that they were talking about. When we talk, personally, I mean, they want the game.
Yep.
You know, they want a different, I would say, lens being shown in the actual golf realm. That's the only way for this game to grow, and also getting more women into it and them being themselves. So, but MJ, and Tiger, definitely some of my biggest influences, and it's great to follow behind them and just do things in my way to golf.
You said it there. You're bringing a now women's brand. You have a women's line that you put out last year as well.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
it's
we did a
in everywhere.
we did a collaboration with Mercedes-Benz last year on our women's line, and now being a Mercedes-Benz ambassador as well, we continue to make women's clothes. But it's at a point now we have a few things on sale. We're going to continue to grow that women's line. It's something we're going to continue.
So let me ask you this: as you talk about that, you guys started this brand how many years ago?
I started it out of my apartment June 1st, 2019.
Okay, so and then COVID hits.
Yeah.
And then COVID hits, and here we are now, 2025. In the 5+ years that you guys have been around, has there been a moment that you've seen your logo somewhere and you were like, I never thought I would see it here?
Yeah. Woodmont Country Club. It's out of Barack Obama's locker.
What? I thought you were going to go with Woodmont and not add Barack Obama. That takes that to another one.
Yeah. Him having 2 or 3 pieces of Eastside Golf in his locker is kind of regular, which I love.
That's awesome.
I love.
Have you met with him too?
I have not played golf with him, but definitely he sent me a letter, talking about how proud of us, me and Earl, he was, and how proud he was to wear Eastside Golf, and I mean, shit. I'd say he gets out with a lot of people that we know and plays golf. So I'm trying to get out there and get that tee top.
So we're the Golfing Dads here. We play golf. You play golf. It's a golf brand. What's your favorite course to play?
Favorite one. Favorite one. I've played a few. What's the spooky one?
It's
Spook Hollow?
yeah.
Yep. Is it Spook Hollow?
No, it's Hollow. It's the Headless Horseman. Where that one's.
I've played there
Something
once.
Hollow.
I've played there
Wow.
Sleepy.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow. That's
Yeah. Fucking head on there. Yeah. So Sleepy Hollow and then the Grove.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me ask you this, and I asked the moment that you were like, wow. What's the moment you and Earl are probably most proud of since starting this brand?
I already know what Earl would say. Earl would say, there was one time it was that time we were having a community day and it was in Memphis. So Earl's out there having a community day and I'm giving a speech at the White House. So now you got Eastside Golf living in both of these spots to where it's free to the community, but then I'm speaking about how golf is the glue to business at the White House and how it's helped me and everything I've done with business prior to what I do now and me being in finance prior to this, but now how I'm using that to actually scale the business and how it brings everybody together, how it's the glue.
And I don't know if a lot of people know, so you play college golf.
Yeah.
You play college golf at HBCU,
At
right?
Morehouse
At
College.
Morehouse. And that's where you and Earl met, right?
Yep, on the golf team.
On the
On the
golf.
national championship too.
And
Nice.
I mean, unbelievable. You guys are both great golfers. I'm gonna say this: you're great golfers. You're great people. You got a great product. But the best thing is what you guys are doing.
Absolutely.
Everything you guys are doing to give back. Everything you guys are doing to grow the game. Everything you're doing to make golf look cool.
Absolutely.
I mean, you guys have done some really amazing things in your story. We're going to talk because I'd like to get you guys on our full show to hear the story. I think people have heard it, but we want to be able to ask questions and hear the story of where you guys started and where you guys are today and where you're going. I feel like
That was my next question, actually. Is we talked about we had you on last year. We talked about going from last year to this year. You talked about 2019. You just started. What's the next year? What's your goals for next year?
This year, we have our first store.
Okay. Where's
At
that?
Detroit Airport. Yeah, first
I
standalone
fly
store.
up there like twice a
How
year.
about that?
I do business all that.
And then you go into the Rocket
Delta.
Mortgage.
Delta Terminal?
Yep.
Is it in the Delta Terminal?
Yep.
Okay, good. As long as it's in the Delta Terminal.
Yep. PGA Tour fan shop.
Yep.
They hold this, but then we'll still have our standalone.
Okay.
So having our own, we got 2 more Nike shoes. So of course, first year that Nike Golf is here. So our partner Nike, 2 more Nike golf shoes coming out in October of this year. Designed them myself. I guarantee you guys will love it. And then we have a new concept that we're coming out with called Eastside Golf Open Run. So, of course, you heard open run in basketball. That's where anybody can play. And, of course, with us, we have our community day, which is completely free. You know, we have the sponsor better pay for that. And then on the other end, we have our invitational where it's about $20,000 per foursome, what we give back to the Morehouse College golf team. Here we'll have an open run, and it'll probably be priced a little different as far as $150 to $300 for your everyday golfer that wants to come out and be competitive. It might be like a 2-minute scramble, but we're gonna have do like a pro shop takeover. Have like maybe food trucks, give lessons on the range, but then also have that Eastside Golf apparel with maybe like a skins game, but put all of those things together to where it's now making this, I can be a part of Eastside Golf community.
Oh, you gotta let us know. The Golfing Dads would love to make it happen.
I got you.
Like to be there. Yeah. Olajuwon, we need to wrap this up. I know you've got places to be. We appreciate you stopping by again this year. Tell Earl, give him our thoughts. I know he's busy doing business, but we appreciate you coming by. And we definitely, we look forward to the next year. We look forward to seeing you here on our set again in a year from now. But let's try and not make this a year later.
Sure.
Let's try and make it get you in there before that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's play some golf too.
Yeah. Let's do that. 100%.
Yeah, I'm turning back pro. So school later this year, full circle for me. Yeah, the reason I started the brand.
Let's get out there and play some golf. So perfect.
Absolutely.
Thanks so
Appreciate
much.
you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No.
We love having you on. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Really fortunate. I mean,
commenting about